Well, they're back, and maybe it's a sign that spring isn't that far away. We're talking about the Potomac River Taxis. Of course, they're owned by Potomac Riverboat Company. We have Dan here. We have Captain John on the Potomac this morning, and this is a great way for people to get from point A to point B. People that enjoy this, what do they say they like about it?
Oh, they love the views on the way to, all their different destinations that they're heading between Georgetown, the Wharf, Old Town Alexandria, National Harbor. It's a great way to get between all those locations on the water.
It's absolutely awesome. And guys, so much more relaxing than having to be like caught up in the traffic. So Captain John, I want to talk to him real quick because you guys, March 1st, you just came back onto the water. Why did you guys take 3 months off?
Mainly because of the cold weather. The river does get ice, so it's very hard for these boats to operate through the ice. So it's for safety reasons, just shut the boats down, and also gives us a chance to do the routine maintenance that we have to do, make sure the boats are up to par for the season.
And these boats too, if you guys have never been on them, they're incredibly modern, really well maintained. Of course, we are up here just so you guys can have a view, but there's a nice warm cabin downstairs.
Absolutely, yeah. All of our vessels are climate controlled on the interior, cool in the summertime, warm in the wintertime, and just last year, over the last 2 years, we've added 4 new low-wake, high-speed, state-of-the-art water taxis to operate within our fleet.
And as you guys can tell right now, we're going under a bridge. That's pretty cool. Great perspective of the city. We're also going to talk more about people that choose to use this as a way of commuting and some of the other fun available things to do on this boat. So don't go away. We're back with more from the Potomac River right after this. Well, there's a familiar sight, traffic in D.C. Monday through Friday, but we're exploring another way to make it around D.C. We're on the Potomac water taxi right here from the Potomac Riverboat Company. We have Dan. It's a little chilly this morning. Now, we could be inside, but we want you guys to see the view. So commuters, what makes this a popular choice?
Well, it's a great way to avoid the traffic. We've got consistent, reliable schedules all day long to get people from Old Town Alexandria, Georgetown, National Harbor to the Wharf. So consistent, reliable times that people can just make their commute a lot easier, more relaxing on the inside. Normally it's a little bit warmer than this, but if it's too cold out here, you can go inside in the climate-controlled decks. We've got a concession stand there and have a much more relaxing trip into their work.
That's right, guys, and even depending on the time of day, there are beer and wine options. We're going to take a look at those because could you imagine this in the spring and summer sitting up top there, coming back after a long day at work? Absolutely fabulously relaxing. So if I can get my photographer to spin over that way, we can take a look and we can see we've got some bridges coming up. That's sort of for safety reasons, which is why we're down here.
Yes, absolutely. We've got an open-air observation deck on the top of all of our vessels. As we go through the low bridges, we close those decks, but for the majority of the ride, you're enjoying all of the open-air outer space.
And we are enjoying the open air this morning. What a chilly morning it is. So, guys, we are going to head inside because I want you to see what the cabin is like. It's fabulous, and we're going to take a look at some of those beverages and snacks that might be available. We're back with more live from the Potomac right after this. Welcome back to Great Day, Washington. What an awesome morning it's been cruising the Potomac. We've been on the Potomac Riverboat Company's one of their taxis, and we've got Dan over here. He's the general manager, and we're looking at this is one of many vessels.
Absolutely. So we've got 17 vessels operating on the Potomac here. So in addition to our 7 water taxis, we have charter vessels with Elite and the Spirit Cruises as well as the Odyssey.
So and what you guys, if you tuned in earlier to the show, you were able to see we were up on the upper deck there enjoying beautiful views of DC and the shoreline here. Of course, they do have a cabin that is heated, and oh, it's so lovely on the inside, but we really want to focus on the outside, taking in the views. Also, want to mention cherry blossoms. You guys have a tour. It's booking up fast.
Absolutely. So we've got sightseeing cruises during the whole Cherry Blossom Festival. They operate out of Georgetown, the Wharf here in DC, as well as Old Town Alexandria. They're booking now, so I'd recommend checking out our website at entertainmentcruises.com for schedules and pricing.
And when he talks about schedules, these boats work like clockwork. There's a lot of people that are utilizing these for their commute, and you're seeing an increase in number year after year.
Absolutely, yeah. They've definitely become more and more popular over the last couple of years, and we're adding new cruise routes every year. This season we added 3 more routes to help promote our transportation throughout the DMV here.
I love it. So, guys, they don't go year round, but just about. So they do take 3 months off because there were, concerns about ice in the river. But a season pass is $200, unlimited rides. You can't beat that, especially if you're a sports fan and you need to get from point A to point B. This is a great way to do it.
Absolutely, yes. So we've got for all of the home Nats games, we've got our baseball boat, which operates for all the cruises this year and all the games.
I love it. Thank you so much, Dan. We had an
much.
absolute blast. So I tell you what, this summer I'm going to be up there enjoying a drink and taking in the views on the Potomac. Let's send it back to the studio.
And what a view it is. Thanks so much, Andy.